Very relaxed Sunday. Uh, this young lady was saying something online. She said, "What do you supposed to do?" She was talking about most women don't know what to do with a good man, so they tend to go back to what's comfortable to them, to what's the norm. Well, she said what she said. This Olivia lady. Hold on, I got it right here. Olivia, let's be weird. Oh. But anyway, um, she said, that's good. What she say? I wish I could play it. I can't play it though. She said, she said, um, yeah, they go back to what they normally used to. What do you do when you get a good person? That's when you begin. That's when you begin. You looked for a good person, right? God let you find a good person, right? Well, that was a sign you was going in the right. So you got the good person, right? So now you at a still pause. Now you at a suspense state. That's because it's time to reset. I mean, it's time to restart. It's time to start anew. You just got through sowing your royal oats. Now you can grow with whatever this person is, because y'all had something in common to get together in the first place. So what do you do? Well, in the typical relationship, what we do? Argue with somebody. You got my man, honey. You did this man, that man right there. And yeah, y'all stayed in this stuff so long. Yeah, honey. You got my man, and I know you slept with my man. You know, the same old thing. Well, you know that's energy. You drove over to the lady house. You called the lady that your man been cheating with. You threatened the lady that your man been cheating with. Now y'all going back and forth, and because of the man, because of the dude, and now the family getting into it. So that's all energy. You see how the energy starting to gather up. So you start doing that. I know I'm from the street. You do that back to back. So it's like you go to the club, you meet somebody, get into it with their family and their real lover, and then that end in destruction. Start over, go to the club, meet somebody, do the same thing, all that end destruction endings. That's it right there. So that's energy. It took energy for you to worry about it. It took energy for you to reach out to the young lady. It took energy for you to start a war with the lady. It took energy for the families to start war with each other. It took energy for all that. So now let's go back to your new beginning. So now you gotta start. You and this person love each other. You know y'all ain't got no reason to be going through all that no more. So, and in your mind, you're thinking, I'm used to this, I'm scared of this and that. You need to let that go. What you're gonna do is you're gonna move forward. What you're gonna do is you're gonna move, you and that person. What was the sex is, y'all already figured out you love each other, so all that's out the way. So what was the real main topic of discussion between you and this new lover? 9 times out of 10. It was dreams, probably. I mean, unless you're talking about God, but it was dreams. So you and this lover get together. Y'all can plan together about dreams, make blueprints together about dreams, and start fulfilling your dreams. So what that's gonna do? I know I did it with my ex-wife. You put the dream in motion, put the blueprint in motion. You say what you want to do with the dream, and then the dream is gonna send you on that direction. One of y'all might have, in our case, one of us might have to go to school. One of us might have to work more hours, and we did that. And as we did that, so okay, you working and you going to school. Okay, well you got the blueprint of your dream. What can you afford? Let's say you building homes. Let's say that's one of them. And you and your lover want to do it together. Well, you go buy the stuff. It's just like that. So that's all energy. I'm just saying, it's just a simple way of looking at it. That's all energy. So you just transmuted that energy that you would typically use to entertain this chaos. You just go over here. You just go over here. That's it. She said something else too, though. She said, yeah, that was a good question. She said, that was a good question, and I'm giving a good answer. That's what you do, because she right. A lot of people are like that. I've seen a lot of women. I came across a lot of women in my life. They would tell me, you just too good. And then they would go out there and ruin their lives. They turn out to be the worst thing that they even expected them to be. Well, normally, God don't make no mistakes. So if God gave you a lover, when you really get a real lover, that's your chance to break loose from the sowing your royal oats. And what I mean by that is friends are in that situation that you don't want to really let go of, but you know you need to. Well, that's your opt-out right there. That's your opt-out right there. Well, I'm going over here. You know you opt out on good terms. I'll see y'all later. And they ain't got no choice but to accept it. They ain't got no choice but to accept it. I want to talk about angels, lovers. I want to tell y'all now, angel lovers, y'all gotta be careful now when it comes down to in the sex department. I've been studying it, but I don't think I can put it on here. But it's something about the sex parts of angels, the male and the female. Some people know it. You know what I'm saying? That's why it's best for an angel to find an angel. And I can't say no more, but it's in your face. When a human have a baby by an angel, it really don't come out. It come out a little different. Might be some abnormalities in the negative department. When you have a baby by an angel, and you have a baby by an angel, it's gonna be abnormalities in the positive department. But their bodies is different. They guardians, the women guardians are different. I know how it work and operate, but I'm not gonna say on here. Y'all got the cameras, hidden cameras in my house. You done heard me say it. It's true. And it's like them angels are built one body, and they opposite is on this earth. So let's just say that. So either way, whether they with their opposite or not, them angels are helping them two are still helping each other somehow. Whether they came in contact or not, I can't say on here, y'all. I'm not gonna say on here because it can get. But there's more angels on earth than you think. There's more angels here than you think. And you can't judge their body like you judge everybody else. for one, they floats. And you don't know what kind of floats they are. So, know that. And it's really important for the angel to know it. You know what I'm saying? Because the angel can detach themselves from humans in a healthy way. But that's different from what I was just talking about, though. What I was just talking about, that goes for everybody out there. That's your new beginning. I had to do it. I didn't think I wanted to do it. I thought I was going to hate doing it. But damn, when I did it, I was glad I did it. I thank God I did it. Because it was like, man, because I was getting tired of the cycle. I sold drugs when I was young, at 12. So I had to go to the clubs on the weekend, okay, to get rid of whatever I was getting rid of. You know what I'm saying? And my time of day coming up. So, and I would go in it was every week. When you that important to the drugs, when you that important to the clubs, you're gonna be there every weekend. So much so you coming up just like this. You ain't dressing up no more. Yeah. Oh, that's us. Yeah, come on to the back. You know what I mean? You ain't dressing up no more. So, when I finally got into the legal life, that's what I like to call it. I had accepted it in myself. And when I accepted it in myself, I realized, man, this is good. This is real good. Because I was already the kind of person that I got off on the fact that you wanted me but couldn't have me. Because I tell you no in a heartbeat. That's something else you were saying. I tell a good looking woman no in a heartbeat. And it might be a woman in there that everybody might want. And she might walk up to me like the woman in the red dress on Matrix. And I'm going to tell her, I said, no, I'm okay. No, thank you. Hey, let me introduce you to my boy right here. And I disappeared in the light in the night, bro. You know what I'm saying? I disappeared in the night. Good. Like I said, I realized a long time ago there was something different about me when I have sexual encounters with people. So I didn't abuse sex at all, really. I did when I was young, but I didn't know no better. But I had to start paying attention. I had to start paying attention to what was going on. And when I did, I walked away from it. I got away from it. I just said I'd just go to God about it, and I did. And God been working on me for many years. Many years trying to help me work this stuff out. Because when you come to reality to such a thing at such a young age, even while you're going to God with your head down because you kind of already know you're finna be alone for a long time. Now see, the opposite of me different. She don't have those problems. I'm talking about the dark version of me, my opposite. She don't. They all angels. And it might be like that for all the angel women. But I know she don't have those problems. And she don't. Because her float, her float work. So it's like it's total opposite. But me, I can't just be, I can't do it like that. Because it does something. It's almost like how women went crazy over display men. It's a different type of crazy over men. And it's uncontrollable. And it's out of sight. You see how some of them sell their soul to trap me. It's out of sight. It's out of sight, bro. So it's amazing. But yeah, that's what y'all do. You travel together. You gonna do stuff. You wanna build a hair salon. You travel, you want the best stuff in, like me. I like to build anyway. And I say you want a hair salon. You want a hair salon, baby? Okay, we're gonna get you a hair salon. Okay, what's it? Yeah, what you want, man? I'm good. I done built a lot of stuff already and lost it. So what you want to do is work on your dream first. Okay, I want a hair salon. All right, I'm gonna go research hair salons, the best things in hair salon, and then create somehow. I'm gonna create a hair salon for my woman that was like on the barbershop, that new barbershop that was coming across the street, had the fishes in the floor. I ain't gonna do that though, but I like to be creative, like different hair stuff. Just the whole design, it'd be like that though. It'd be like, well, there'd be no fishes in the floor. You know what I'm saying? But there won't be no fishes in the floor, which is not a bad idea, but it ain't no good one either. But 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 anyway, I build it. I make it luring, you know what I'm saying? Luring. And we'll build it together. I just tell her what you think about this. I like to build, I like to recreate. It'll be a futuristic hair salon ain't nobody ever seen. Everybody be trying to go there just to get in there. But and then after that, we had a good time. We build and we work with each other to build it. And then we're gonna turn around and the idea of the hope, one of the main reasons for this is for us to show each other love to one another. So once she got her done, and she gonna ask me, hey, okay, what about you? What you wanna do? Let's invest in you now. Let's invest in you now. Did my skin just change in the middle of a session? They say, okay, let's invest in you now. Let's invest in you now. And then, okay, now we see equal reciprocation. Okay, I feel comfortable now. Now I know you love me. I knew after I did all this. Most men don't want to do that, and when vice versa. I don't want to help you go to school, and you're going to use your education to run me in the ground. You know what I'm saying? And I went through that before. So, you know, you got to see the equal reciprocation in it. So that's the whole point of one of the main things of working together. But first and foremost, y'all need to build your foundation on God. You know what I'm saying? I ain't saying like be God, Lord. But I'm saying respect God, respect, you know, King. You should respect the rules and regulations. Learn that you need to respect your dignity. You know what I'm saying? Have dignity with yourself. Be responsible. Put God first, basically. Because all them rules is God. You know what I'm saying? Love God. You know, before y'all go to sleep, read a chapter in the Bible. When y'all wake up, read a chapter in the Bible if you can read it together. If you ain't working, whatever. Take turn, one of y'all reading, then the other one reading it, whatever. And you know then you got God in the beginning and at the end of your life. Pray together before you go to sleep. You know what I'm saying? I used to pray with my woman before we had sex. You know what I'm saying? So, stuff like that. I used to pray for her. You know what I'm saying? Pray for us. Not like, oh, we're gonna do it. Not like what you think in your head. You know what I'm saying? It's a good. That's the best prayer for a woman. Oh yeah, we're gonna pray for you. I was just playing. But anyway, but see, then you got to, what this gonna do is when you start building in this, you already preparing to be sure that y'all don't get tired of each other sexually. Cause now y'all both got work you need to put in to each other and as individuals. And that's cause you're gonna argue, But these arguments should build your relationship, not break down your relationship. And especially if it get too rough, you need to pray. Y'all don't need to go to bed mad at each other. And when the arguments build you, it's gonna start being healthy arguments. And don't allow other energy in your home. Period. Really, y'all. Unless the relationship, God forbid, done got abusive, mentally and physically, and you really need to talk to somebody, counseling or something. Otherwise, don't let nobody in your home. You might as well just go get a counselor before you go get a friend or anybody to talk to. So, at least one thing that counselor gonna do is say, well, let me talk to both of y'all so I can see what's really going on. And that's a whole lot better than going to your friends and family, because they're gonna give you their input and they're gonna tell you their input on their experience, and then you gonna add it to your life, not realizing that everybody's different. Everybody's energy is different. And that's what I was just talking to God about. Like, why people are so scared of death, because it's like, okay, you find a lover, you fell in love with this lover, y'all really love one another, okay, y'all love each other, but this lover died. And instead of you blaming God, God hate God, God did this, God did that. Well, you need to realize that was just a meat suit. The lover gonna come back. Maybe you needed to break and didn't know it, because you still need some growing in relationships for yourself. So while your lover died, you eventually start back dating again, and it's not working out. It's not working out. And before you know it, 5 years done went by, 6 years done went by, 7 years done went by. Then you finally find another lover. And if y'all can really sit back and think about it, you're gonna realize that the lover you fell in love with got a lot of the similarities of the previous lover. That's because it's the same energy. Plain mistaken, y'all. I just was I've been along so long, I'm able to observe. Just sit here and look out my windows and observe. I can just look at a couple. I don't be judging nothing like that, because, you know, I acknowledge and admire and watch them grow together, and I can just read their energy, period, just the way they walk, look, bow their head. They ain't even got to talk to each other. You know, I just see things differently. I don't know. 1% thing again. I already add myself to the, I am a 1%. I add myself. I'm the brokest 1% in the world, bro. You know what I'm saying? I'm the brokest 1% in the world, with a smile on my face. But yeah, I was talking to God about that, and I was like, okay, that's in it. That's so it's like, to those of you who really want to love Him, okay, let's say you go to God, and people say, well, I'm gonna pray. Go to God about a lover. Well, let me show you how you do that, cause y'all ain't doing it right all day. Y'all pray, God, I ask God for a lover, He can give me a lover. Okay, when you go to God for a lover, you pray first, you do that, but then when you went to God, so you gotta know God when you went to God. Now you know what God expects out of you. God, you ask God for a lover, so what do you need to do? Yeah, you went to God, you prayed to God, but what do you know God expects out of you? For you to prepare for this lover. So God is watching you prepare for this lover. Let me show y'all God around y'all. Now let me show y'all that this worked for a fact. All right, God is preparing you for a lover, okay? That means other lovers gonna come into your life. You just ask God for a lover. So that we're gonna go God way now. All right, you ask God for a lover, okay? God gonna prepare you for a lover. Okay, my child, go and I'm gonna get you a lover ready for you. And you gotta go prepare, okay? What that mean? Other lovers, lustful desires gonna come to you. Okay, the devil gonna get on out for it now. The other lustful, you gotta say no to him. You better not even kiss him and hug him. You gotta say no. And what that's gonna do, build up character. That's gonna build up character as a female, because you're gonna learn how to say no to people in such a way it ain't disrespectful. They ain't gonna have no choice but to respect it. You even gonna hear the men say, I can respect her. You know what I'm saying? I respect a woman like that. You start building, you're building up character now. You're going down this road, so the Satan gonna come and test you again in another way. You know what I'm saying? It might be a man that got a lot of stuff going on for him, and it definitely caught your eye. And that man that throwed you hints, ain't hit on you, but throwed you hints like you all let him holler at you. But you gotta say no. Boom. Okay? These is all tests. Eventually you're gonna come around to another test, and they might not all be sexual. Okay, it might be tests for yours. It might be tests. Okay, well, how would you react to this? You got money. You got an opportunity to do something, but you realize if you take this particular job, you ain't gonna be able to be as secure with God on your journey when it comes down to you and God for this lover. See, you gotta acknowledge the fact that you asked God for something, and then you need to put in you ask God for something. Now you gotta press. When you ask God, you press play on it. You were like, okay, God, and now God finna show you that God is real by you working on yourself. When you work on yourself in the spiritual, God, and you finally pass all these tests, God gonna say, this could take 5 to 10 years now, depending on what you gonna see the test though, and you gonna realize why it could take 5 to 10 years, because you might slip up with this guy, you might slip up with this woman, and you might do it more than one time. That's the delay. So it's a delay and a detour, and it's a delay and it's the detour right there, right then and there, and it's gonna detour. You're gonna keep setting yourself back, setting yourself back, setting yourself back. So basically you're telling God, I'm not ready for a lover. But in your mind, your human mind, you thinking God gonna send you a lover while you got a lustful partner. It don't work that way, because you'll never be able to be a lover to the lover. So, God, now that I said that, and y'all go out there and try it out, you gonna see that I'm telling the truth. Y'all you gonna cry. I cried inside out, because I was like, man, God been here the whole time. God been here the whole time. It's like when you pray and ask God for something, you gotta show God that okay, you prayed and asked God for a Lamborghini. Okay, well, obviously you're around fast cars. Do you know how to be disciplined around fast? I'm saying I wouldn't ask God for no such thing, but do you know how to be disciplined in fast cars? Do you know how to even drive a fast car? Do you know the gas that it takes to have this fast car? Do you know, are you gonna use this car for every day or this and that? You know what I'm saying? Is you gonna be disciplined? Is you getting this fast car just to get all these women? And see what I'm saying? But I ain't gonna say he gonna do it for no car, no house though, or no materialistic thing for that matter. But for something like love, friends, and you gotta do it for anything. He'll do it for anything. I just never asked God for such things, bro. Because where the fun in that is, you know what I'm saying? I would explain to my father, I'm gonna try this, Father, because I ain't got nothing else to do. And he gonna see me work my way up through it. Okay, I wanna be the best artist in the world. He gonna see me gradually work my way up through it to be the best musician or artist in the world. Okay, I wanna be the best producer in the world. He gonna help me guide my way up through it to be the best producer for music in the world. Then I'm saying, okay, God, I wanna be able to save souls like you, God. Okay, yeah, I want to be as good as my brother Jesus Christ. Okay, he's gonna send me down a path to be the best physician in the world, somebody that can actually save souls, you know, heal souls. And so that's the way it works. You know what I'm saying? He's gonna put me down a path like you gotta understand a person before you can actually heal a person. You know what I mean? Help heal a person. So you just gotta look at my brother Jesus Christ. Every time Jesus Christ healed somebody, Jesus Christ said, don't go back to what you were doing. And that's what I had to learn to tell people, because most of the time I had to try to help heal people from contamination. And I would tell them, don't go back to what you were doing, because whoever they were, that was a way for Jesus to tell them, I know what you've been doing, and I'm telling you don't do it no more, because those people that you've been doing it with are contaminating you, or whoever or whatever you've been doing is contaminating you. So I'm telling you, I will heal you right here, right now, but do not go back to them, because it might be 10 times worse. All right, now let's break this on a cellular scale, or a scientific, or you know, a bio scale. It's like your body heal. When your body heal, whatever healed in your body, it's like the cells in your body are geniuses, each and every last one of them. So they heal, but they had to get stronger to heal. So if you go back, you forcing whatever you went back to be even stronger damage to the new cells, the new muscles that you done grew and evolved to heal you. So that means it's gonna be 10 times worse for you to not only detach and get off of it, but also to heal yourself. It's hard out there, y'all, but it's beautiful when you say, I give it to you, God. I just let you have it, God. I just give it to you, God. But so, anyway, when it comes to a love or finish line, if you pass the test of God, you're going to hit, well, if you connected like me, you're going to hear God say, activate his lover. Activate such and such lover. And you literally got love. You probably seen your lover. You probably saw your lover online. It might be a rich person. It might be an artist. But they ain't activated yet. So in other words, they literally sowing their royal oats. In the physical, we say they sowing their royal oats. In the spiritual, they say they sleep. So when you finally earn your lover, God gonna say literally, for real, facts. In the spiritual, activate this person lover. So they might get rid of this. They might get, that lover might all of a sudden get rid of the Palestinian and realize, I need to go to this person right here because this is who I love. You know what I'm saying? They go do whatever it takes to get to that love, and ain't nothing gonna stop them from getting to that love. Peace and love out there.